So guys, in Mambercal, actually, because we were situated in Twin Rivers and the rent, I was paying 1,000 a day rent, 1,000 pesos a day rent in Twin Rivers, which were a fortune. I could have bought some land and I were here 2 months. So what happened was, we looked all the way around for land, and actually there were a few foreigners what were married to Filipinos. But I hope I've covered that topic really quick for you guys. Right, you can actually buy a condo, legally buy a condo. So, but we went to Mambercal, and when we went to Mambercal, we looked around for properties. And like I said, we actually used to walk over Twin Rivers in Mambercal, and we used to have a cup of coffee, buy some eggs and veg in the morning, a bit of fruit in the morning. So we actually walked round these barangays, and that's how we used to find the properties. We walked round the barangays. Now it's not really, it's safe here in the Philippines, but you have to be careful, put it that way, So we walked round this barangay, and I saw a property, and it was breeze blocked off, and it had a nice fence round it, and I thought, wow, that's quite okay, it's quite nice. It weren't an ideal place, but it were an ideal place to build an house. And then you've got an house here in the Philippines. If you want to go to Palawan, you can go to Palawan. If you want to go to Thailand and come back to the Philippines, it's an home base. So I thought it'd be a good home base. So I chatted to other people around there, but while I was there, guys, there were a lot of music going off. Filipinos love the karaoke, and I'll say it again, Filipinos are very nice people, but you do get somewhat will con you, but most are very nice people. Right, so that said, so we looked at this property, lovely fenced off, went in, and I thought, I asked a lot of people around, and I found the owner, and the owner actually was just across and a little bit down. And I said, yeah, how much is this property, are you selling your property? Oh yes sir. I said, what about deeds, is any, don't worry about deeds, don't worry about paperwork, it's my property. And I thought, that just doesn't ring very good with me. So I thought, wow, it's quite nice here in Mambercal, it's really nice. So what I did, next day, I'm just watching dogs and what she's chewing. So next day I actually went, this was in the morning, about 8 o'clock I went, looked at the property, walked around the barangay, boom, boom, boom. And there were a lot of lads, lot of boys, young boys, 18 to 30-year-old, drinking, smoking. So I walked through them, I said, hi guys, some said hi, some not so friendly. And I went back the day after, and then the day after, and the day after, boom, boom, boom. This is in the morning. And I went at 6 o'clock one morning, so I said, come on, 6 o'clock, let's have a walk over the bridge and into the barangay, let's look at this property. Went to look at this property, boom, 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 boom. 6 o'clock in the morning, I thought, no chance. I thought, there's no paperwork, too dangerous, I'm not going to touch it. So actually, how I got around buying this house now, where we are now, the lady, nice lady, but she's a business lady. You have to think this, guys. You're chatting to someone what's in business to sell you a property here in the Philippines. So it's money, business. So, they want as much as they can get for that property. So, like I said, let your Filipino girlfriend deal with that. But as a foreigner, you still need to be involved. You want an answer, you want to know what's going off. So the lady when we were ready to buy this house, we chatted to the lady and the school teacher. So the school teacher what did help us to buy this house, what happened was, they were good friends, and my girlfriend, they're all good friends. So we actually got a solicitor involved, but we didn't actually get that solicitor involved. We didn't actually get the paperwork involved, right? It was the broker. So this is a lady who we trust. She's a nice lady. We're friends with her, you know. Sometimes we visit her and we'll go and have a cup of coffee, and sometimes they'll make dinner for you. So that's what we did. So the lady, actually the broker, she got all the paperwork were ready. What happened was, this house, there were quite a few professional people. Yeah, professional people, you know, well-educated school teachers, you know, business people what came to buy this property, but they actually did not have the money to buy the property. Yeah, I know professional people, and they're very low paid. They didn't have money to buy property. So, you know, when we got told about this, you know, we had a look round it. Like I said, we had a good look round it. We got to know the people around here, nice people around here. So, that's how we actually got around this, you know, actually buying this. Now, I've said, and this is really important, I'll come back to this, but that's what we did. The lady in the video, oh, it's a foreigner at the door, that was the broker. But she's a business lady, so she's wanting to make money, don't forget. You know, foreigner price, it would have been up. So, that's how we got around it. You know, I got witnesses. So we had about 5 witnesses. We had 4 or 5 witnesses. So there were me, my girlfriend. Don't count me as a witness. I'm a foreigner, so don't count me as a witness, even though I did witness it. So we had about 5, you know, we had my girlfriend, my girlfriend's mama, my girlfriend's sister, which are professionals, and then the lady that actually sold us the house, you know, didn't own the house, she was a broker. She witnessed it all. And then the guy, the lady and gentleman, the lady and the guy, the girl and the guy, you know, who the house belonged to, they actually came to the house, to my girlfriend's house, to my girlfriend's mama's house. And that's where we all witnessed it, and that's where paperwork got signed. You know, the guy signed the paper, and the lady what actually built this house, had the house built. I actually think it was the guy's papa what built this house. He were a builder. So it got signed off, that's how it got signed off, this house. So this house does not have deeds or a title, but it's witnessed. You know, and this land actually, through that window there, guys, I'll actually turn the camera. Through that window there's quite a nice gentleman, he's got cockerels, you know. So through that window, the property, this property belonged to that gentleman. And that gentleman is a landowner. So what happened was, the gentleman sold the land to the lady and gentleman who built the house. And then, like I said, it comes down to budget. I actually think the lady and gentleman couldn't afford it, like I can't afford it. You know, we run out of budget, simple as that. So that's what happened. So that's how I actually got around it. I think it was 5 witnesses, and there were a solicitor, guys. There was a solicitor involved what signed the papers. And like I said, so we had 5 witnesses. In fact, there were more than 5 witnesses, there were about 10 witnesses, because there were all the kids, you know, there were all the kids sat there witnessing it. So we had 5 professional people witnessing the sale of this house, you know, and a solicitor what actually went into this house, who did the land belong to, and it was this gentleman here. So I don't know if this gentleman here signed any paperwork. I could find out. You know, when he sold it to the previous owners who actually built the house. But you're going to have to be very, very careful when you come here to the Philippines, you know, when you go to buy land or you go to buy a house. You want to really go down the road that I've just gone down, because, you know, you'll go and you look at some land and people will find out. I mean, when people found out we were looking for land, 2019, you know, it were popping up all over this land. And I went to look at some land, and it was on the way to Mambacal, and I forgot Barris Point. It was a place called Barris Point. So I went to Barris Point, and I looked at this land. No, it weren't Barris Point, it was the next one down from Barris Point. But I went to Barris Point and looked at some land. So the next barangay down from Barris Point, we actually looked at some land there. And it were really expensive. This was 2019. And I thought, this is crazy expensive. You know, we've just been to Mambacal, which is a wow. You're talking like, it's an expensive place, Mambacal. Mambacal is a beautiful place. You know, people want to live there. So what happened was, we went to this place, and I thought, well, this is really expensive for this land. And you know, there were a shell of an house, similar to the shell of the house here. And I went to this house, you know, I walked around the barangay and I said, oh, does this property belong to? And they pointed the way, and I went down, knocked on the door, hi, hello, you know, the property up there, is that? Yes, that's our property, sir. And then they told me the price, and I said, really? It were a tiny property, there were no wall round it, and half of the house actually were just block, and half of it were collapsed. And I actually found out what it was. The guy was a Finnish guy, if I've got this correctly. The guy was a Finnish guy, and he married a Filipina. And what they did is they were buying land. So they were buying land, say, 100,000 pesos. Then they were selling it for 200,000 pesos. I thought, you're not going to make 100,000 pesos out of me, because you're just not going to do it. So you have to be very, very careful, you know. There's a lot of friendly people. And it also, you know, I mean, I don't really like to cover this topic, but this topic really needs to be said. You know, I mean, there is people that's come here to the Philippines, and they've actually gone to look at some land, they've bought a big piece of land. I go so far into this, I won't go too far into this, because it's probably upsetting for a lot of people. You know, and if you're not so wise, guys, but you think you're wise, then this could happen to you. You go and buy the land, you pay the money out, and then next minute the foreigner disappears. Well, where's the foreigner? The land's back for sale. You think, well, where's this result? This land got sold not long back to a foreigner, then it's back for sale. So somebody else is looking at this land. Then there's a smell, and you think, wow, what's the smell? So you've got somebody else now looking at this land, there's a smell. It's a dead body, it's the foreigner. So this has happened. Like I said, the Philippines is very safe, but things like this happen. So, you know, you have to be very careful. And some of the other things that happen is, right, you go, you buy an house with your Filipino girlfriend, and you haven't got a solicitor involved or a broker involved, and what happens is, you know, you built your house, you spend $50,000, $100,000, and what happens is, 2 years later, knock on door. Hello, yeah, guy comes to the door. Yeah, who's put this house here? Well, this is our land, this is our house, we built it, sir. Well, this is my land, and the guy's got the deeds. You know, it's a family member, so there might be, say, 10 in the family, and number 9's missing, and number 9's got the deeds, number 9's got the deeds, or number 10's got the deeds, and then you've had it, you know, you've lost it, you've lost your house, because that's why you need a solicitor. You need to get a solicitor involved, you need to get a good solicitor involved. And just don't take the solicitor. Me personally, I won't just take the solicitor's word for it. You know, I'd really look into the solicitor. But like I said, most solicitors here are very good and honest. But it's like anywhere, you know, you're going to get scams. So, and then you have to look at your Filipino girlfriend or your wife. I mean, if you're married to a Filipina, you obviously know she's a good lady. So, you're fine, but if you're meeting a girl, you know, if you meet a girl here in the Philippines and you think, well, you know, I buy some land, and you're looking for land, you're with the girl 6 months, you don't really know her, do you? You know, honestly, you don't really know her, so that's what's going to happen. Well, it can go tits up. You know, you don't know the girl, so the girl can be married, you buy an house, you buy land, knock on door, you know, not so long after it's all built, it's the husband. But personally, how to buy land, yeah, I'm going to repeat it, how to buy land, you need to really get it into here. You know, because you can get some nice people. I say, yes, oh, there's no need for that, sir. You don't need deeds, sir. I've owned this land all my life, sir. You know, don't listen to that. Walk away. Right, so there's no deeds, there's no title with this house. Now I can look into it more for you, but I actually know everyone around here. You know, everyone around here knows me. I know people, the nice people. And believe me, that a lot of the professional people around here have witnessed, or not just 10 people in an house, you know, and it's gone through a solicitor. All the people in this barangay, people talk, right? People talk, people know everything. So you're a foreigner, you flit into this barangay, and it's quiet. Don't think it's so quiet, because everyone will know about you. You know, they'll all know about you, where you come from. They'll know about you, simple as that. They'll know about this house, you know, who owned it before. They'll know line, you know, they'll know the family line, which is a good thing. So, my advice, right, you know, I would be really careful. But listen, come to the Philippines, enjoy it, have a beautiful life. Like I said, no fear, right? No excuses, just come, right? You can come for a couple of months. If you don't like it here, you can go back to your own country. Don't throw the towel in so easy, you know, because it's easy to throw the towel in and think, well, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going here, I'm going there, or you just never come here in the first place. So my advice, guys, how I got round buying this house, I'm a very, very streetwise. You might look at me and think, oh, you know, quite soft, you know. I'm from UK, England, you know, I'm very streetwise. I grew up very, very streetwise. So, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, because you'll be very, very mistaken. You know, I'm a nice guy like anyone else, but, you know, if you come here, get a solicitor involved. Even if you have you meet your girlfriend, she's a beautiful girl, she's a really nice girl, you know, she might not know what's happening across the road, because she's never been out of the barangay, you know. The furthest she's been is to the shop and back, and that's true with a lot of Filipinos, you know. They haven't been across the road, so to speak. You know, they've never travelled, they've never had the money to do it, or the belief, you know, they've never had the belief, or the drive, or the passion to do it. You come along, a foreigner, got a bit of money, you know, whatever, you've got a nice Filipino girl, but, you know, even family members, you know, the family member can say, don't worry about it, my cousin's selling this land. Don't fall for that one, you know. You don't need deeds, you need witnesses, you need it witnessing by a solicitor. But please, just don't take my word for it, look into it with a solicitor. So that's what I say, buying land, you don't really need deeds, it's government. You know, I forgot what my girlfriend said, because we don't have deeds for this land, it's something belongs to the government, but the land is actually my girlfriend's land, because it's witnessed, it's been signed by solicitors, it's been signed by an agent, you know, and we know the people that's involved, so don't be scammed, because you can easily get scammed here in the Philippines. Simple as that, really. So what I'd say, guys, just come and enjoy it. I'm actually trying to think, I did have a few topics, you know, I mean, I think the best thing, sooner or later, I will move on, right? But let me just tell you, as a foreigner, I do not have any benefits in the Philippines. If you buy the land in the wrong place and the landowners are, you know, I mean, I've met a few nasty people in the Philippines, a few, and a lot of nice people. I've met some really great Filipino people, and I meet people all the time, lovely, nice people. But people are people, you know, but there's some really lovely people. So you have to be really careful. I forgot the point. So, I will actually have a little think about it. So, I think if you're going to come to the Philippines, a good idea is to buy land and build your own house. Because if you buy a nice lump of land, you know, a big chunk of land, whether it's off your girlfriend's family, whether it's, you know, from a different barangay, whether the guy up the road or the guy down the road or the guy in a different island selling the land, I think it's a really good idea to buy a big chunk of land and then build an house on it. But as a foreigner, you do not have any rights here. And you really need to get that into your head, repeat it, because you don't. So, I think it's as simple as that, guys. So, I mean, you can build, this is a great home base. You know, we can fly to Thailand. When we get the budget, we can go to Thailand, we can go here, there, and everywhere. So that's it, really. So, that's how we got round it. And, you know, you'll get people that's selling you the land. And they'll just tell you, oh, there's no need for this, there's no need for that. The land's been in my family for thousands, hundreds of years. Don't listen to it. Yeah, please. So, if you need to ask questions, ask questions. But, you know, I can actually be really raw. I can really tell it how it is, right? If it upsets people, it's going to upset people, but I can actually really tell it as it is. Now, it can be very dangerous. You know, it can be very dangerous buying it, land, and it can be dangerous. But please understand what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying. I think you'll be fine. You know, you come here, do what I did, and you'll be fine. You know, it's safe here. So I think I've covered it, but if I haven't covered it and I've gone on too long, please make a comment. If it's a bad comment, I love your bad comments because I can delete them. If it's a nice comment, but thanks a lot, guys. You know, I actually did. I thought, well, I'll do a video on house. Nobody's going to be interested. That's what I thought. I thought no one's going to be really interested in an house here in the Philippines. But, you know, I've actually got a few comments and I got a lot of views, so I'm actually surprised how many people are interested in a house here in the Philippines. But let me tell you this, I mean, for the last 10 years, for a good 6 years, you know, I bought a computer about 6 years ago. Yeah, I'm that type of person. I had a phone. My phone was about that big, it was an house brick. Hello? And I didn't know how to work phone. So there, that's me. Right, so I bought a computer about 6-7 years ago. And I wanted to go to Thailand, so I'll actually chat about this. But I've got videos on this, you know. But I wanted to go to Thailand, never knew about Philippines. And then when I started to look into Philippines, you know, I saw foreigners coming into Philippines. And I thought, wow, Philippines, and they're all English speaking. Now, if you've got a pension and you're coming over here, wow, you've cracked. I've got no pension. I ain't got a pension, so it's as simple as that. But if you've got a pension, a little pension, you know, you don't have to stop here. You can buy an house. You can bugger off to Thailand, you can go anywhere you want, Malaysia, anywhere, you know, you can take your girlfriend with you, you can stop single, your choice, you don't need to get married here in the Philippines. Because that's another issue. You know, every time I go to town, I've got some guy. Hi Joe, hi, how are you? A lot of friendly people in Murcia. You know, I've got some nice friends in Murcia. You know, who would actually look after me. So if I ever got in trouble here in Murcia, I'd have a big backup. There'd be people what would actually back me up and help me, so to speak, because there's quite a lot of nice people here. So, are you married? And I said, no. Well, why not? How do you answer that? You know, you come here to the Philippines, are you married? No. How do you answer it? Because then it's, maybe you have another girlfriend, or maybe this, or maybe that. And I go, no. So, you know, it's the Filipino way, they get married young. So, take care, God bless, guys. Please make a comment. I think I've covered it, and I haven't rabbited on too much. But it needs to be really said. You need to be careful, you know, because there's people here, you know, you're a white guy, right? Whether you're a white guy or a black guy or a green guy or a blue guy, whatever your colour, no race, it's not to do with race, it's to do with money. So they just associate white with money. So, you know, so you just have to be careful, right? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Take care, God bless. Please make a comment, please share the videos. So really, if I think of anything else, I'll add it in another video. Right, I'm not sure what we're doing now. So I'll actually have a really good think about it. So that's what you need to do, guys. Go through the correct channels. But go into different barangays. Now, when you're going into different barangays, you really don't know what you're doing. Believe me, I know what I'm doing, because, like I said, looks like butter wouldn't melt. You know, you can really go into a barangay. There's a lot of lovely people, then there's dangerous people. You don't know what's going off in that barangay. So just be very careful. Take care, God bless. Like I said, go down the correct lines, get a solicitor involved. You know, just do not take my word for it. Yeah, I'm going to repeat it, and I don't care who don't like repeats. You know, you really need to think about this one, guys, if you come in here, because what happens if you've got £100,000, you're a really nice guy, you're a young guy, an old guy, you know, you're 80-year-old, you're 70-year-old, or you're in your 50s, your 60s, you're a youngish guy. You're coming over here, you've worked all your life, right? You've worked all your life, you come over here and a girl takes you. A girl takes you for everything you've got. And then you have to look at other things. You know, when you do buy that land, you need to bear this in mind. You know, is the landowner a nice person? Is the neighbour a nice person? Because, like I said here, they're lovely people. Because if they're not very nice and they don't like Joe, you're the white guy, Joe, you know, if you don't like you, Joe, they can just block your access. You'll build a big house, 100 grand, 200 grand, and you can't get to it. So there's a lot of horror stories. Thumbs up, take care, God bless. Yeah, I'll think about it, guys, take care.